Hi, everyone. I'm Ellen Linnihan, and I'm reaching out because your child has signed up for my Writing for College class for this term at Brookfield Central. And I just want to give you some information about me and a little bit about what the course entails so that everybody's ready and excited to start. So just a little bit about me. I grew up in Waunakee, Wisconsin, which is right outside of Madison. And I attended the University of Wisconsin-Madison, got my degree in English and history. And then after I got married, I moved down to Tennessee, where I completed my master's in English and a master's in education. And then in 2018, I earned my national board certification, which I renewed again this past winter. And my certifications for teaching at in the state of Wisconsin include English and speech communication, but then I can also teach at the university level. I do a lot of the CAP courses, including this one, Writing for College, but I can also teach public speaking and some of the others that we offer here at the school, but those are the two that I'm teaching this year. I wanted to mention that I did write a book called Capturing the Classroom, which is all about using video to enhance learning. So I'm very proud of it, but I also wanted to share it because I do use a lot of video in the classroom, a lot of tutorials to help students to navigate the material if they're kind of working through things maybe on their own at home at times. There are a lot of good resources for them to be able to use to be able to keep moving forward and not just get stuck because they're not physically present in the classroom at the moment. This is my family. My son Michael here he'll be in his fourth year at Northwestern this year. He's technically going to do a fifth year next year because he has another year of eligibility for swimming, but that's what he's doing. My son Sean next to him just graduated from University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee with a degree in digital studio practice. My husband Patrick, he and I have been married for almost 33 years. And my daughter Madison lives in Florida. She is a photographer and she also is a manager for social media for American Express Global Business Travel. And then my son Ryan on the end just graduated from Harvard and he is just moved to California to work for Microsoft. So that is my family. I did have all four of my kids in my classes at Brookfield Central High School. So I have been on both sides of this fence as both the teacher and as the parent. So I know the system pretty well here. When I was your child's age, actually, I was a little bit younger than your child. I was a sophomore or junior in this picture with my very, very future husband at the time, Patrick. Just think it's funny to see the comparison, I guess, when I look out at these kids and realize I had already met my husband at that point. For extracurricular activities, I run the Distinguished Young Women program in Brookfield and Elm Grove. And here I am with two of our most recent representatives that represented both Brookfield and Wisconsin. So the reason I include this is because I do a lot of public speaking in my classes, and that's a skill that we really, really emphasize in this program that helps them to gain control over their communication style. And I really feel like it's an important skill for kids to have. So even though it's a writing class, we definitely get some public speaking in there as well. These are my training buddies, my assistants. My pack is always at my side when I'm at home, usually at my feet or on my desk. I've got a 12-year-old Cavapoo Luna, and this is my son's dog Scout, who is I'm not quite, I mean, I know what she is, but she's some kind of Australian herding cattle dog who thinks she has to boss around the entire neighborhood. And then Yankee Doodle is a golden doodle who is 4, and they're just a lot of fun. So the week at a glance for this course, I'm going to click on that. I will send this out every Sunday evening. And this is really your one-stop shop to understand what is happening in my classroom, what your child needs to do, what's due. So kind of in a nutshell, everything that's on the individual day sections here is what we're doing in the class for that day. And if there's anything that's electronic, it's linked there. So like, for example, they'll fill out a survey on the first day. The syllabus is also there. I also linked the syllabus over here, so it's ongoing. But because we're talking about it on the first day, I have it linked there. Tutorials, different access to like their No Red Ink account is right there. And then we'll be reading a novel. And so there's already a chapter reading of the chapter that we're reading in class available to them. So if they should happen to be absent, they can still tap into those resources and not fall further behind. So that's the daily stuff. The more ongoing weekly type information is listed over here, like my contact information, things that go on beyond one day, and important essential links, like the full text of the book, a separate piece. So if they happen to be at home and they're absent and it was unexpected, so they don't have their book with them, they could tap into this and have the full text of the book to read along. The attendance questions in my class, we do an attendance question of the day. So each day they'll answer a question in alphabetical order. It's how I take attendance, and we just really get to know each other really well that way as well. But the questions should always be there. So if they have any anxiety about what the question is going to be, they can always look ahead and get ready for it. Okay, go to this one. Okay, so this class is actually offered for dual enrollment credit at the Elmbrook School District. So I'm certified to teach this class for the University of Wisconsin, Oshkosh, and students can earn 3 college credits for taking this class. This counts as Writing 101, which is often a required course. It definitely is within the whole UW system, but there's also a link that you can look and see if your child already knows where they might be heading in the future, if that's a school that's on the list that gives credit. Most schools do give credit for this class, but I understand wanting to double check before you would make that decision. So take a look at all of these links. If you click on there, it will take you to all the information that you could possibly want to know about the CAP credit program. The cost for this class is $315 if they choose to take it for the college credit option. That's $105 per credit, which is about a third of the cost of what it would be within the actual UW system. So it's significant cost savings for them to take advantage of this here in the high school when they're already taking the class. Plus, they don't have to retake it then when they get to college. So it's definitely a huge bonus opportunity for them to take advantage of in high school. I do want to say that there's a slight change this year in terms of the requirement for the prereq. So students who have already taken AP Lang and scored a 3 or higher can automatically take this class for college credit. If they took AP Lang and they didn't score a 3 or higher, they would have to take a placement test in order to take this class for college credit. That goes for students who also did not take AP Lang at all. If they took regular English 11 last year and they want to take this class for college credit, they'll need to take the UWO placement test. And that they really need to order sooner rather than later because there will be a deadline and it's coming up soon. So all of the dates are listed here in this CAP info link. But the first step for them to do would be to actually apply to the UWO CAP program. And then once they get their email with their login information, then they can order the placement test. So everything's a little bit timely and a little bit putsy in order to jump through those hoops, but I strongly believe it's worth it in the end. So please consider that and also reach out to me if you have any questions at all about what this really entails. All right, so the best way to reach me is email. And this is my school email here. I usually respond very quickly. If I miss it and it's been more than 24 hours, please shoot me another email or just forward the same one and say, hey, did you miss this? Because I really didn't mean to blow you off. I probably just missed it. So that's really the best way to get me. And I'll do my best to get back to you as soon as I possibly can. So I'm really looking forward to meeting your child next week, and I'm really looking forward to this school year. I think it's going to be a great one. So if you have any questions at all, don't hesitate to reach out to me, and I look forward to kicking off the school year next week. Thanks. Have a great Labor Day weekend.